guys, and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be doing another foundation review, and I'll be doing Clinique's Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. So this is basically a 2-in-1, and I'm really excited to try this because I'm pretty sure this came out recently, and it looks like this, like that. And this is in shade 2 Alabaster, and it says in brackets VF/N, so I'm guessing that's very fair neutral or very fair, something like that. But yeah, so I bought this today and I got this for £25, so this is pretty much high-end. Clinique is pretty much high-end anyway, but I bought this for high-end. This is my first high-end foundation and I'm really excited to try this out. So the shades, it comes in 21 different colours, and I got this one. I had to ask the lady who was there to help me out, because obviously this is expensive to me. I don't usually get high-end stuff, so I didn't want to get it wrong because I don't want to waste like £25. So yeah, so I asked her to help me with it, because usually obviously with drugstore foundations you go with what's there because they don't have like a large range of shades. So this has 30 ml in it, so it's like a normal foundation bottle, so it doesn't have anything less or anything more, it's just a normal foundation bottle. So obviously you can see the difference. This is a normal concealer one and this one's the foundation one, but it's much more bigger obviously, because if you are just spot concealing or if you're using foundation, it has a little hole in the middle of it so that it has more like product in it. So depending on how much you put on your face, it can vary with the coverage. So if you do spot conceal, that just conceals the places, but if you want to have full coverage, you should, the lady told me to put a line here, 2 lines here, and like a line down your nose of like product, and then you blend it in with your fingers. So it's not like put it on and then use a brush. You have to use your fingers to blend it out, because apparently it makes it much more nicer and smoother and much more flawless looking than maybe having streaks with a brush. It says it's for dry combination to combination oily, and I think I'm combination oily because I get oily but I also get dry spots as well, like dry areas here and there. So I have like a spot here and a spot there, so I want to see how good it can conceal, so I'm going to try it out. Hopefully this is a good shade. So as she said, I'm going to put a line here, like that. 2 lines here. Hopefully this is, I'm not putting too much on. And a line down my nose. I kind of feel like I'm highlighting. And then she said use your fingers, so let's try it. Well, it's definitely blendable, like this can reach everywhere, so just from those 2 strands I've reached my whole cheek. It's really blendable and I really like the texture of it so far. It's not bad, not bad. I can already see it's full coverage for sure, definitely not sheer or anything, but it does blend out really well. The lady told me you can layer it, so if I do need to layer it, in some places I will. Bend that upwards and drag the rest of it to my nose. Whoa, okay. It doesn't really have a scent to it, like it's like a usual Clinique product. They don't really have scents to it, so it's nothing that can distract you or like really annoy you throughout the day. I really like it. So far, well, it said it's slow setting, so it's easier to blend. So once I finish doing my face, I'm going to allow it to actually set to see how long it takes. Because obviously you don't want a product that takes 10 years to, know, like dry and completely set. So, okay. Make sure we get that hairline. It's very blendable. I'm actually surprised as well. So I wasn't expecting it to be that blendable, because when some products that say they're blendable, it feels like you're dragging your skin like completely, but this actually feels quite nice. It's comfortable and it feels really lightweight because I can barely feel it on my skin. I literally can't feel it. So I'm glad it's actually my shade, because I would have been like annoyed if this wasn't my shade and I just wasted £25. So it's covered up my red area really well, because I have red cheeks. I really have like flustered cheeks. It's quite a thick product, so it's definitely not fluidy, watery at all. Definitely not. It's actually quite thick, like how a normal concealer would be. Okay, so I think it's completely set now and it feels really nice and smooth. Sticky? No, I wouldn't think it's really sticky. Dry areas, it doesn't enhance any dry areas, which I really like at the moment. So I know I have dry skin, but it doesn't enhance it, so it doesn't really cling onto it and like really show it off. So I'm kind of glad that it doesn't do that. Oil for now, there's nothing there, but I will be doing an oil test right at the end once I've finished my face with complete makeup. I'm not going to put any powder on it. I'm not going to do anything to cover it up, like using concealer and mattifying powder. I'm just going to leave it how it is. I'm just going to finish off with my makeup. So now that I've finished with my makeup, I'm going to try the oil test. So I got one of these papers, and this is basically shine control papers, and you pat it on your skin to remove all the excess oil, and it absorbs the oil and it puts powder on it to keep, you know, or to make your skin matte. So we'll see if it is, you know, oil preventing. So there is some oil on there, so oil did seep through still. Compared to other foundations that I've used, more would have definitely come out. So it has prevented some oil from coming out, but majority of the oil did seep through. So, and on my forehead as well, it's super oily. So obviously oil does seep through, which is kind of unfortunate. So if you are going to use this, you should use a mattifying powder, something that can actually keep, you know, oil in and stops it from, you know, leaking out. It sets really nicely. My skin feels really smooth. It doesn't feel sticky or anything. It feels really nice, which I like. Other than the fact that it's you know, oil does seep through, which is really annoying because I wasn't expecting it to seep through. But other than that, I think it's a really good product. If you are going to use it and you have oily skin, then do use mattifying powder. But if you don't have oily skin and you've got dry, normal skin, then I think this foundation is really good for your skin, because it won't make your dry spots obvious, which is good because you don't want to walk outside and people to talk to your face and you're just going to have like dry spots everywhere. So I think it's really good for dry to normal skin. And yeah, just make sure if you do have oily skin, then mattify your face right afterwards. Coverage wise, it is really flawless. Like when I wear foundations, I want it to be flawless. I want my skin to look like airbrushed and smooth and stuff. So with this foundation, I think if I look in the mirror, my skin looks really nice and flawless and I like it. So I would use this with mattifying powder and whatever, and I would wear this and it would look really nice. So I really like the coverage on this. I really like the shades that they have. They have 21 shades, and I think you probably would be able to find your own shade, which is good. And because I like the variety. When you have a lot of variety, that means you can probably find your shade, which is great, because most foundations out here, you can't find your right shade and it's really annoying. So I think it's got good variety. Other than the fact that it is high end and you know it's expensive for most people, it's not drugstore, I would say it's good, but for oily skin you better cover up with some mattifying powder. So yeah, that was my review. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!